sure how to start this. I guess just hello, I'm back. This week, finally we're going to a more weekly scheduling that I was originally hoping for. Today I will be talking about my official first week of school. Sorry bud. So, last week was my official first week of school, even though we did not have official class start, but it still felt like the beginning of a school year. So I'll just talk through the week, and if you have questions or comments, you know where to go down below. And yeah, so let's start with Monday. Monday we started later than what orientation was. We started at 10 a.m. and it was a basic meeting with basic information on the Institute, Hungarian life, and just things that students needed to know. Most of the information we got, the orientation people already had. However, it was still interesting to do like a mini tour of the institution, register for the library, and get things running. Well, it was really nice on Monday, and it happened for the rest of the week. We got a very long lunch break compared to American standards, North American standards. I don't remember how much time I had, but I had enough to cook and eat and still have time to relax. So after lunch, we had our first survival Hungarian lesson, which was basically what we had learned during orientation. It was a pretty chill day. We were also informed that we had to pick our options. I tried to go see Dr. Laura, but that didn't work out as there were so many people that needed different things. After that, went home, relaxed, ate some bread and cheese, of course, and got ready for Tuesday. Tuesday was the first choir rehearsal. We started working right away on the song we were going to sing on Friday. The first rehearsal for me is always one that to figure out what kind of conductor we have, to figure out what kind of teaching method they're using, if they're going, what pace they're going, and all that. And Tuesday was definitely more fast-paced than I am used to. There were lots and lots of solfa, which didn't bother me, and I felt pretty comfortable, but I don't think I've done that much solfa in choir I've never done that much solfa in choir, even though it was my dream to do that much solfa. It actually helped us to learn the song so much faster. So we learned Vorspruch in German. Editing April, put the title and the composer, thanks. It was good. It was one of the first times that I had a choir rehearsal where I didn't feel bad. I think it's also because there is no executive. Everyone was still trying to figure out who they are because they're all new. Like, there's only a handful of returning students, so all 70 of us actually enjoyed it. Laszlo also told us, sit wherever you want, whatever section you want, so of course I chose alto 2. Surprise, surprise. After choir rehearsal, we had our auditions. Auditions is basically the placement test to figure out who your piano and voice teacher will be. We signed up to a specific order. I chose to be second because first was too terrifying, but I wanted to be one of the first ones to go through so I wouldn't have to stress. I played Etude Allegro by this composer, and I sang Les Versos by Gabriel Fauré. The audition was not what I expected it to be. I thought there were only going to be 3 or 4 people sitting at the table with a notepad and, you know, like, still kind of scary, but I can handle it. I've done this before. No. There were not 3 or 4 people. There were not even 6 or 8. There were at least 12. It felt like 20. And I was nervous because I did not expect that. And they were all throughout the room. Of course, Laszlo, the conductor director of the choir, but also the director chair of the institute, was sitting right dab in the middle in front. So what do? You make jokes and you pretend to be confident. So it worked out. It was good. They stopped me in my piano piece, but they let me do my whole song, and I also had to do a folk song, which I chose to do à la Carte de Fontaine. After that, I went shopping to Tiger. It's called Flying Tiger, but they just call it Tiger, the Europeans, and it's meant a lot of money to be a bit more organized. I had the Kodály philosophy class. The Kodály philosophy class was 1.5 hours late because the auditions took that long, which shows that they really care because they took time to listen to everyone. The Kodály philosophy class was mostly a Hungarian history review of the events so that we can understand Kodály's point of view on folk music. And that was Tuesday. Wednesday we started with yet another choir rehearsal. It was a lot easier to follow that rehearsal as I had a good understanding of how fast-paced it was going to go, and I understood Laszlo's teaching style a bit better. There were 2 days to do the placement test. No, wait, back, retract. Choir went well. Now, Wednesday and Thursday were, as we knew, the days that the placement tests were going to happen. So the oral skills part where you do sight singing. I know, slightly terrifying if you've been to school and had to do those viva voces. So they put up a list divided into 2 to figure out so it could be easier, and I did not get to do my placement test Wednesday. I had to do it Thursday. Did not worry about it, but after class, I did finally go get my Hungarian phone number, my Hungarian SIM card. Hallelujah. But it was still complicated. My official letter saying that I am a Hungarian, I'm not a Hungarian, but I am studying at a Hungarian institute and I'm allowed to live here. I gave that. I finally received it. Went to Editing April, edit that company's name. I went to a phone company that I will not tell you, and I picked an English ticket because it was available. They have different tickets for different languages, which theoretically would mean that you would meet someone that can speak the language. Of course, with my luck, I did not. I showed up with my English ticket, started speaking English, and the woman could only speak Hungarian. Emish's deal of anyone looking under 30 probably knows English. It's more like a 60-40 chance they speak English. So here I am, I'm like, English? Deutsch? So I got my phone number with her very limited English and writing, and I just nodded and signed where I had to go. But nevertheless, I got my phone number finally, and all was good at the end. Thursday was a written placement test. I messed up on the first question, which didn't make me feel great. So the written placement test was mostly just dictation and chord analysis and identifying jumps. And because the first question was rhythm and she played it on the piano, the teacher, I have never been good with that, so I did not feel too fresh. I did manage to get through the rest of the first 2 pages fairly well, and it was until the 3rd page where I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this very well. And of course the last question was a Bartók modern melody, so I think I got the contour right, but I'm pretty sure I did not get the right notes. Nevertheless, I wasn't feeling too hot. Had you made me do my test a couple Years ago, I would have been totally fine, but because I was out of practice, it was a little rough. And the time constraint, we only had an hour. After that, I had my oral skills. I signed up second as well, and no, it was not good. The way that I explained it when I came out is I could have done better. I knew this was going to happen. Even if I practiced, I knew I was going to be rusty, and I haven't had to sight sing in front of someone in 2 years, so of course I was stressed out. In one of the song sight singing exercises, I lost the tonic, the do, and one of the youngest teachers just silently hummed it to me so I could do it because, oof. Yeah. But I did better than I thought I would, and I ended up in solfege level 3, so yay! And then, finally, Friday, we had our official opening ceremony. Laszlo's speech was incredibly inspiring. The student performers were amazing. Robert was the only singer out of the 4, and he did so great. I don't usually get emotional in songs, but that almost made me cry, and I was inspired to start singing again, and the opening ceremony really made me excited for the year. And so that was my first week of official school, and this week, as today is Monday, September 16th, we're starting official classes. Let me know if you want me to update you on that, or if you're interested in other videos. The next video that will probably come to this channel is things to know before traveling abroad. I will see you soon. Bye! I think you guys will still... I don't have any official footage, but I hope good enough.